If there's someone out there right now, a veteran, listening to all of you, what do you want them to know?
I'd rather sit with you for 10 hours on a phone than sit and give, a speech at your wake any day of the week.
I'm begging you, please go get some help. Don't wait. There's a lot of good things that you can still get out of life.
Joining us now to discuss this very important topic, Paul Rieckhoff. He's an Iraqi war vet and founder of Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America, also the host of the Independent Americans podcast. Paul, you work with veterans every single day. You warned us 1 year ago on this very show how bad this was going to be for the veteran community. 1 year in, what do you have to say?
It's bad. I wish I was wrong, Stephanie, but this was predictable. It was preventable. But we're in a tough spot right now. War is hard. It has a huge human cost, financial cost. And I think the way I would frame this up is you're an investment expert. Veterans are not a charity. They're an investment. If you invest in them, they can do well. They can be leaders. They can help us fight the pandemic. They can be Officer Eugene Goodman, who helped stop the insurrection. If you don't make that investment, we're likely to see them unemployed, struggling to connect with their communities. They could face suicide, and they'll be more susceptible to extremism. So it's an investment we've got to make. And here's the bottom line. Trump and former VA Secretary Wilkie blew it. I came on your show and said they needed to make it a priority. They needed to prioritize the Veterans Affairs Department and the Department of Defense, and they didn't do it. Basically, Trump lied and Wilkie lied, and vets died. Thousands have died, 250,000 have been sick, and it didn't have to be this way. So we've got a very big hole to dig out of, but we're picking up steam, and there is signs of hope.
Paul, let's talk about that susceptibility to extremism. Yesterday, VA Secretary McDonough, he was asked about the number of veterans who were part of that January 6th attack and how big of a concern that is and should be. And I want to share what he said.
I also saw veterans on that day, including members of Congress who were veterans doing remarkable things, including members of the DCPD and the Capitol PD, veterans doing remarkable things.
What do you think about that?
I think it's right. Veterans can do remarkably good things. Veterans can do remarkably bad things. Many of them did step up with the Capitol Hill Police, members of Congress, as emergency responders. But 1/5 of the attackers had served in the military. So it's a very significant problem. It's a dangerous problem. And it's one that the military hasn't tackled aggressively enough. It's good to see Secretary of Defense Austin prioritizing, focusing on extremism. Now the VA is doing the same. But there have been failures at the policy level, at the political level, to address extremism for years. We knew this was a problem. Veterans tried to warn America about that. And it's a problem we've got to clean up. Veterans have got to clean up our own house. But it is a national security issue. But again, if we tackle it and do it the right way, these are the folks who can help administer the vaccine. Thousands of veterans are right now volunteering to administer the vaccine, and the VA just got over $15 billion in the new supplemental. So they can be the reinforcements if they're properly used and properly led. And I think President Biden is on the right track. He's got a big hole to dig out of, but he is on the right track.
Paul, always good to see you. I like this sentiment. Invest in veterans. Find a way to do it. And for you at home, if you or someone you know needs help, please call the Veterans Crisis Hotline 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The number is on your screen. It's 1-800-273-8255.